Google Ads basics. This is mainly for my customers who have gotten one of my conversion tracking setups and they want to run Google Ads profitably. Here's few very important key ideas. If you understand this, you will probably succeed. If you do not, then you will probably fail. Let's start. You must start off with keyword research. So you must pick keywords. So keyword is the thing people type here and then search. And you want keywords with the right intent. So I'm gonna first show you how to do keyword research. You're gonna go to Google Ads Keyword Planner. So let's say that we are a psychotherapy center in Calgary, Canada. So I'm gonna go for English here. You could probably go for French as well. I'm not sure in which areas French is spoken, but let's go with English because that's what I do. Calgary, I'm focusing on this area. If you do e-commerce, then it doesn't matter, but if you do psychotherapy in person, then of course you don't want to target someone in Mexico. All right, I'm gonna throw in a few ideas. So here, start with keywords. I'm just gonna give Google Ads ideas on what sort of keywords I want, and then I'm gonna click Get Results. So here, we now see these keywords and how many monthly searches there are. If there are not enough searches, like African American female therapist near me, apparently people just don't search for this enough, then it doesn't make sense to run ads for that keyword. However, if it's something like therapy near me, then this is a good keyword for you to target. All right, so here you will basically turn these keywords into groups. So you would have one for like anxiety, one for depression, one for marriage and couples therapy, etc., etc. All right, so here you're gonna pick these keywords and turn these into ad campaigns. And here we kind of get to this important part where someone is looking for satellite, light of seasonal depression, and these may not be that good keywords for you. Also, ketamine drug for depression is probably not a good keyword if you are a psychotherapist. All right, so here are some real-world examples. Good keyword, best cognitive behavioral therapist in Calgary. So cognitive behavioral therapy is a type of psychotherapy. But CBT therapist salary, someone is probably thinking of becoming a psychotherapist instead of paying for consultation. Couples therapy in Calgary, very good keyword. Couples therapy, but the therapist is 7. So here someone is searching for a funny YouTube video. I haven't seen this one, but you don't want to pay for someone to see your ad if they're looking for this funny YouTube video. So the intent of the keyword is really important. And this is probably one of the most important parts where Google may think that, hey, this is searching for couples therapy, so it's a good place to show your ad, but they're clearly just looking for this funny video, so it's not worth paying for. Another example, anxiety counseling near me. This is a good keyword to target, but then career counseling Calgary free. So career counseling is a different thing, but Google will think if you use these broad match keywords, which I don't think you want to use. The broad match kind of brings all this junk in, so you probably want to skip the broad match thing entirely. So it's thinking about this counseling thing, so it's showing ads for career counseling, and the free one is a problematic. You would actually want this as a negative keyword. So whenever someone is searching for anxiety therapy free, depression therapy free, couples therapy free, whatever, you do not want your ads to be shown. You don't want to pay for that. So this would be added here in these negative keywords lists. So you would probably do something like free, career, salary. So you don't want the career counseling or these type of searches at all. Another example, anxiety and depression psychologist near me is a good keyword, but then psychologist may, again, Google taking the broad match keyword may thinks that, okay, psychologist, so it's gonna show your ads for people who are searching for this Andrew Tate psychologist interview. So this is a YouTube video and someone is not looking for a psychotherapist. They're looking to watch this video where Andrew Tate, the controversial person, is talking with this psychotherapist. All right, so keyword research, this is the most important thing right after conversion tracking. Conversion tracking is most important. Keyword research is the second most important, because even if you put in $1 billion for an ad for this keyword and you do psychotherapy and your ads are perfect, your landing pages are perfect, you're not going to get any customers. And the same here, because their intent is not psychotherapy. Their intent is this funny YouTube video or this another YouTube video or this free career counseling. So it doesn't matter how well you do everything else. If you do it perfectly, the keywords must be the correct one. All right, next up, keyword ad and landing page combination. So this is also super important. This keyword, the ad you show, and the landing page where people visit must match. So you got to keep this kind of specific for a high quality score. So Google wants to show good high quality ads. It's good for Google, it's good for the advertiser, and it's good for the people running the Google search. So bad quality score would be something like men's tailor near Austin, Texas, and then showing sneakers, and then showing an e-commerce store. So that's a bad quality score. Good quality score would be like best CBT therapist in Calgary. Then the ad is saying, hey, we are great cognitive behavioral therapist, book a free appointment near Calgary, and then the landing page talking about the CBT. So quality score makes cheap ads that show up higher on the page. So here's a bad example. You take a bunch of these random keywords, including the ones, with the YouTube videos and salaries and free and stuff like that, and you just have like a random ad saying, hey, we do psychotherapy here, and then you lead them to your homepage. So maybe this isn't bad, maybe this is like meh, maybe like okay, but definitely not good. So Google says these are low quality score ads because you're not mentioning anxiety in your ad or your landing page. You're not mentioning couples therapy in your ad or in your landing page. So Google thinks that, hey, these are not very high quality. Maybe they're not 1 out of 10 because it's still like therapy, but they are not a good quality score. So the ads are more expensive if they're low quality. So there's a super high incentive to make really good ad keyword and landing page combinations. They're not going to be shown up high. This is my understanding. So someone who is running an ad for couples therapy, their ad will be up higher than your ad saying psychotherapist instead of couples therapy. So you will not get as many conversions, so Google Ads will not be able to kind of learn based on these conversions. So Google Ads algorithm will kind of learn from the conversions you send, as long as you have conversion tracking enabled, which is my business. And then it knows, hey, last time this person who is who has an iPhone and Googled at this time and they Googled this keyword, they converted. But then this random person who had this other device and they don't make as much money and they Googled this other thing, they did not convert. So let's allocate our budget to the ads that work and the placements and the timings. But Google must know, it must kind of learn what works so it can do what works on your behalf automatically. So this is a kind of like a negative cycle. All right, so here is a better example. If your keyword is best CBT therapist, the cognitive behavioral therapist in Calgary, then your ads could be like CBT therapy in Calgary, book now, and this would go to a landing page where you talk about cognitive behavioral therapy, its benefits, and how you have so much experience and all these great testimonials and all these great results for your customers doing CBT. And the same for couples therapy. The ad is a couples therapy ad, and the landing page is a couples therapy landing page. For anxiety, maybe you have different keywords like anxiety counseling near me and anxiety and depression psychologist near me. So here, this example is actually, these could be the same ad. So you could turn this anxiety thing into a group where it doesn't necessarily need to be the different ad, but here again there's like an anxiety landing page, and maybe even these ads could be the same, at least in the beginning. And the psychologist salary has been removed as a negative keyword. You will not show any ads, you will not pay for ads for someone googling this. All right, so what does Google think? High quality score, because the keyword, the ad, and the landing page all match. Remember here, they are not really matching. It's like we take all this stuff and we just put it in the same bucket, whether it makes sense or not. Here, everything is making sense. Someone who is looking for anxiety treatment is getting an ad about anxiety and information about anxiety, maybe some, breathing exercises or something they can do, or an assessment, or just talking about, what causes anxiety and your how good you are at treating anxiety. All right, so cheaper ads, you will literally pay less for your ads if they're high quality. They will, my understanding is that they will be shown higher up on the page. So because you have better ads, they will show up first. You will get more clicks, you will get more conversions. Conversions teach the Google algorithm which placements and which what works and what doesn't, and Google will automatically allocate your clicks and your budget to what works, meaning the audience that will convert. You will get more conversions, and you get this kind of positive cycle, and all your competitors will be really depressed and anxious, and you will be really happy with all the conversions you are getting. So yeah, this is the key to running Google Ads. Keyword research, the correct intent, and then the keyword and landing page combinations. So you should kind of get into habit of quickly whipping up new landing pages for specific searches. So in Squarespace, for example, or WordPress or wherever, maybe you make this template and you take like a day or two to make it really good. But then you just copy this, and then you kind of replace all the CBT stuff with the couples therapy, and just edit it enough so it makes sense. But a lot of the content may be somewhat similar, maybe the testimonials and the contact stuff and the conversion system and all that stuff. But when you have this template, then you can just clone, kind of duplicate it, and then just kind of replace the content with anxiety instead of depression or whatever, and then show these anxiety ads and direct them into the anxiety page. All right, hopefully this was helpful. Please keep these in mind when running Google Ads, and you will do well. And if you need help with conversion tracking and perhaps some Google Ads as well, then visit conversiontracking.io and get one of my conversion tracking setups. Again, if you do not measure your ads and their performance, none of this will work. This is a total waste of time doing anything if we do not have conversion tracking in place. So I recommend starting with keyword research, and if there are keywords that make sense, then you get in touch with me. We will set up your conversion tracking, and then you will start running ads using this formula. All right, so for conversion tracking, the best on the planet, there are levels to conversion tracking. So a quick example, here are a couple of different versions I'm testing for one client. So another conversion tracking method may measure just 180 conversions, but then a new improved method using Conversions API for Facebook, for example, may measure a higher number, which again leads to the positive cycle of training the algorithm, having the positive return on ad spend, knowing what works, both you and the platform and the AI. And yeah, conversion tracking, super important. But even more so, a good conversion tracking setup, not just a random conversion tracking setup from a guy on Upwork or Fiverr. All right, thanks for watching. Good luck with your Google Ads, and yeah, let me know how it goes.